A lot of times, Cam, I don't even know. I didn't know. I didn't know it was going to go viral. A lot of these clips that go viral.
Shannon Sharpe has made his stance crystal clear. Katt Williams will not be welcomed back to Club Shay, or any future event he's hosting. Why? It all circles back to that infamous podcast episode, the one that many believe set Hollywood's cracks into motion. Once Katt Williams' interview aired, things began to unravel in Shannon's world. If you've seen the entire broadcast, you know Katt didn't hold back, dropping some jaw-dropping accusations. He spoke about the biggest names in the entertainment industry, alluding to secret cliques, high-powered groups, and shadowy connections that have fueled speculation for years. The most electrifying revelation? Katt actually gave Shannon a heads up. He bluntly warned him that when this interview hit the airwaves, it would change the game forever, launching Shannon into a whole new level of attention. He also hinted that they would come for him, the power players, the real industry insiders. And these are the same people Katt boldly confronted on Club Shay. It's no surprise, now it appears they're taking calculated action. From the moment Shannon decided to air that controversial interview, he knew he was taking a risk. He even admitted to expecting some level of fallout. But what he didn't foresee was the magnitude of the pressure he'd face. One of Katt Williams' biggest cautions was that powerful forces might come after Shannon's platform. And now, well, it seems those wheels are already turning. Here's the kicker. Katt predicted that many celebrities, the ones already slated to appear as guests on Club Shay, would suddenly become unavailable. And sure enough, that's exactly what's going down. Shannon recently acknowledged it himself. Big-name stars who had initially committed to guest spots are now backing out, often without much notice. Their calendars have mysteriously filled up. Conflicts are suddenly emerging, and previously confirmed appearances are vanishing into thin air. The pattern is clear. These last-minute cancellations and disappearing acts are no coincidence. As the noise surrounding these allegations grew louder, Shannon had no choice but to address the controversy head-on. Sitting down with Cam Newton on 4th and 1, Shannon finally broke his silence about the industry's alleged attempts to blacklist him. Cam, known for his direct and no-nonsense approach, didn't shy away from the tough questions. He asked Shannon point-blank, how does he stay neutral when his guests start airing out other celebrities on his show? Shannon, in typical candid fashion, explained that he doesn't see it as his responsibility to fact-check every statement his guests make. His role, he said, is to give them the space to speak their minds. If they have grievances or revelations, it's not on him to police their words. He simply lets them share their truth and keeps the conversation moving. However, social media sleuths weren't so quick to accept his stance. They dug through old interviews and found one that stood out, an exchange with Amanda Seales, a comedian and actress who's never been afraid to speak her truth. In that interview, Shannon's tone was notably different. The receipts revealed a less relaxed approach, leaving many people raising their eyebrows at the apparent inconsistency in how he handles controversial moments. Instead of just letting Amanda Seales speak freely, Shannon interjected with his own opinions and pushed back on some of her points. This shift in approach quickly became a talking point online. People started to draw comparisons between how he handled Amanda's interview and how he allowed Katt Williams to speak unchecked. They argued that Shannon seemed much more relaxed and permissive with Katt, letting him run wild with heavy allegations, but when it came to Amanda, he suddenly took on the role of an interrogator. The difference in tone has sparked a heated conversation, with some claiming it's a glaring double standard. As the criticism grows louder, others are now saying that Shannon played a role in amplifying the drama rather than keeping the show neutral. It's a tough spot for Club Shay, which is clearly feeling the pressure. Shannon had previously admitted that he knew the Katt Williams interview would stir things up, but he wasn't fully prepared for the scale of the backlash it would bring. While Shannon has hosted his fair share of controversial guests in the past, like Steve Harvey, Coach Prime, and athletes with checkered reputations, none of those interviews seem to have caused quite the storm that this one has. But this time, the fallout felt different. The stakes were higher. Katt Williams' interview didn't just cause a ripple, it sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. Allegations, this explosive, don't just fade away quietly. The whispers grew louder, turning into public outcries and intense scrutiny. Shannon found himself in the crosshairs, not just as a host, but as someone accused of enabling the chaos. It wasn't just about the allegations anymore. It became about his responsibility as a broadcaster. Should he have reined Katt in? Should he have fact-checked, or at least pushed back harder on those statements? Opinions are divided. Some say Shannon simply gave a platform for an open, unfiltered conversation, while others argue he let things spiral out of control. It's clear, though, that Shannon has never been in a hotter seat. Each day brings more speculation, more analysis of his choices. What's Shannon's next move? Is he doubling down on transparency, or is he rethinking the open-door policy that made Club Shay Shay a standout show in the first place? As fans and critics alike eagerly await his response, one thing is certain: this is far from over. Those earlier interviews got people talking, sure. There were jokes, some light controversy, but it was all relatively contained. Nothing prepared Shannon for this level of backlash. What caught him completely off guard was the fact that some of the people he had considered friends, people he had quietly supported behind the scenes, were now the ones throwing him under the bus. That betrayal cut deep, but it's not the only factor in play. According to insiders close to Shannon, he's starting to see a bigger picture. He believes the Katt Williams interview wasn't just a one-off controversy. Instead, he suspects it served as the spark for something more calculated. Shannon has reason to think that certain figures within the industry are now targeting him in a very personal way. Specifically, the rumor mill is buzzing with speculation that some are attempting to undermine his masculinity. And let's not dance around it. In certain parts of the culture, accusing a man of being on the down low is a strategy often used to chip away at his influence and credibility. Shannon believes these whispers aren't just coincidental. He feels they're part of a larger effort to tarnish his image, slow down the meteoric rise of Club Shay Shay, and ultimately weaken his platform. Shannon's show has been racking up impressive numbers, breaking records, and grabbing everyone's attention. But not all attention is positive. And that's where things start to get dicey. Shannon says he feels like he's caught in a no-win situation. If he speaks out, he risks adding more fuel to the fire. If he stays silent, it looks like he's got something to hide. No matter what, the scrutiny keeps mounting, and the pressure doesn't let up. He's even admitted that the relentless pace of social media today makes the backlash far more intense than anything he ever dealt with as a player. But Shannon isn't the only one feeling the aftershocks of Katt's words. That controversial Club Shay Shay interview didn't just ruffle feathers, it rattled cages. Some of the powerful names Katt mentioned have chosen to keep a low profile, opting for silence over confrontation. Others, however, aren't taking it lying down. A prime example? Steve Harvey. Initially, it seemed like he was content to let the drama roll off his back. He posted a few cryptic social media messages about taking the high road, giving the impression he wasn't going to engage. But the tension is palpable and the pressure is building. The question is, how long can these heavyweights keep their cool as the rumors and accusations continue to swirl? But things didn't stay quiet for long. Not when the stakes are this high. Steve Harvey, known for his larger-than-life personality, finally broke his silence. Instead of directly addressing the allegations, he doubled down on his image as a stand-up family man and respected industry veteran. He reminded everyone of his decades-long career, his charitable endeavors, and his track record of mentoring up-and-coming talent. It was a move meant to reinforce his credibility, but not everyone bought into it. Social media quickly lit up, with some praising his classy response and others questioning whether his silence on the specifics spoke louder than words. Meanwhile, other players in this drama have taken a more subtle approach. Cryptic tweets, vague statements, and carefully worded interviews have kept the conversation alive without giving too much away. Industry insiders are buzzing about how the power players are regrouping, recalculating, and strategizing their next moves. Katt's comments opened Pandora's box, and now everyone is scrambling to decide what to say, when to say it, and how to protect their reputations. The result? A boiling pot of speculation, accusations, and denials that shows no signs of cooling off anytime soon. It's not just about one interview anymore, it's about an industry-wide reckoning. Eventually, Steve Harvey had had enough. Taking to his radio show, he decided it was time to set the record straight. He didn't hold back, calling Katt Williams a liar and accusing him of sprinkling just enough truth into his stories to make them seem believable. For Steve, it was about protecting his legacy and ensuring people knew where he stood. His sharp rebuttal wasn't just about Katt. It was a message to everyone listening. Don't take everything you hear at face value. But the drama didn't stop there. Another heavyweight in the comedy world, D.L. Hughley, wasted no time taking a shot at Shannon Sharpe. D.L. allegedly referred to him as Wendy Williams with a weight set, essentially saying Shannon was out here stirring the pot, just like Wendy, only with more muscle. The comparison sparked a frenzy online, with some laughing at the jab and others questioning whether D.L. had crossed the line. Shannon, however, wasn't about to stay silent. He clapped back, making it clear he wasn't spreading any rumors or accusations. In his eyes, he was simply giving his guests the platform to speak their minds. "I'm not the one starting any fires," Shannon said. "I just let them talk and keep it moving." Then Dave Chappelle stepped into the fray. Interestingly, Katt Williams hadn't even taken a shot at Chappelle during his appearance on Club Shay Shay, but that didn't stop Dave from weighing in with his own perspective. Chappelle didn't hold back, openly questioning why Katt seemed to focus his criticisms solely on black comedians. "He never goes after the white ones," Chappelle remarked, delivering a pointed observation that many felt struck at the heart of the controversy, and then he dropped the now infamous line, "Hurt people, hurt people." With that, Chappelle made it abundantly clear where he stood on the matter. He even shared his own struggles as a way of drawing a contrast. He spoke about how he lost everything at one point, but never told on anybody. That particular comment sent social media into a frenzy. Was it subtle shade directed at Katt, or was Chappelle just keeping it real? What started as a discussion of industry secrets had quickly escalated into a full-blown Hollywood drama. The fallout from Katt's interview rippled far beyond what anyone could have expected. And it's exactly why Shannon Sharpe has sworn never to invite Katt back again. He feels the ordeal caused him more trouble than it was worth. The internet, naturally, has had a field day dissecting every word. But things didn't stop there. The fallout from Katt's interview kept growing, pulling more big names into the mix. Jamie Foxx, for example, made a surprise appearance on a late-night podcast where he slyly addressed the drama without naming names. "Some people," he said, "like to light matches and walk away, but when the fire spreads, they start blaming everybody else." The comment didn't go unnoticed. Fans quickly speculated that it was directed at Katt's controversial remarks and the ripple effects they caused. Meanwhile, other industry insiders began chiming in with their own takes. One well-connected producer claimed that the entire episode was a wake-up call for Hollywood, saying it exposed cracks in relationships that had been hidden for years. They described it as a reminder that no one's safe from the court of public opinion. One wrong word or bad interview can turn the tide against even the most established players. At the same time, Shannon's audience continued to grow. While the controversy brought headaches, it also brought eyeballs. New viewers tuned in to see what all the fuss was about, boosting Club Shay Shay's numbers to new heights. But for Shannon, the question remained, was all this attention worth the cost? One fan shared, "I love Shannon and his show. He'll rise above this because of his charisma, sharp interview skills, and the massive support he has from his followers. Sure, there's jealousy and hate out there, but that's just part of the game. Some people in high places just don't want the truth getting out. I'm rooting for Shannon, and I know his show will keep thriving." But that fan's question lingers. Who are these gatekeepers? Are we talking about the behind-the-scenes power brokers, the ones who shape what we see and hear in the entertainment industry? If so, it's easy to understand why Katt's interview created such shockwaves. The public isn't blind. They know who holds the cards. One thing is certain, this drama isn't over. Will Shannon manage to navigate these troubled waters and regain his footing, or are we just witnessing the opening act of a much larger story? Share your thoughts below and join the conversation. And if you liked what you read, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe for more updates on the biggest entertainment stories.